Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
Oh, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Bruce Outridge. Today we got a 1972 Cabover Mack to show you. You are going to want to see this thing. In fact, I had a chance to take this thing for a spin. What a great ride. It's from the Chuck Snow collection. We're going to have Chuck join us to explain all about this great truck. And if you want to see me driving it down the road, go check out our YouTube channel. Hey, before we get to that, though, let me tell you where you can make your truck look just as good, and that's with our friends over at Chrome Supply Warehouse. That's right. They have 8,000 square feet of the best truck and chrome parts that you can get, and you want to make sure they're all about old school trucking. So if you want to make sure that your truck looks top notch, now's the time, because show season will come around again next year. Then you want to check it out. Go to ChromeSupplyWarehouse.com. They're in Belleville, Ontario, so if you're going between Toronto and Montreal, step on the exit 538 north side of the 401, and you can check them out there right where the 10 acre used to be, and drop in. They got trucks parking for about 100 trucks. They got a great team over there. But if you can't make it out to Belleville, you can always order online at ChromeSupplyWarehouse.com. Make sure you tell them we sent you. And if you know the owner's 1978 Peterbilt Cabover that he's got, you'll understand why he's into chrome. All right, what are we doing today? Well, we're telling you about Chuck Snow's 1972 Mack. That's right. This is a great truck that, as you guys know, we've been featuring a lot of Chucks because Chuck has a collection. That's right. He has a great collection up there of, he's got, I don't know how many he's up to now, probably 10 or 12 Macks. He's been buying all kinds of, he's stayed with Macks except for one. We got one coming up in October, which is a Ford. You're going to check this out though. It's a pretty sweet ride. Anyway, yeah, Chuck's been collecting trucks, and this was a 1972 Mack truck that he had. And this one here was very cool because A, I haven't driven in a while and I was able to take it for a spin. B, I had my granddaughter with me who was helping me out filming that day. And so she was able to experience her first ride in a truck being an old school Mack Cabover, which I think is classic. And of course, we had a great chat with Chuck about his career and all of that. And you can certainly go back to listen to all of that on the podcast. But you know what? I'm not going to tell you about this cool Mack because now I'm going to let Chuck tell you about it, but I got to tell you, it was really hard to turn. Not only does it have the Armstrong steering, but the frame has been stretched, and that made it. My granddaughter sitting on the passenger side was a little worried on a few corners, but don't worry, we made it. The truck came back in one piece, and what a fun ride for me. I had a really good time with it. Anyway, let's get into this interview with Mr. Chuck Snow about his cool Cabover Mack and why you want to take a look at this thing. This thing was a real charmer. Here we go, my friends. Let's get into it now.
By far my favorite station.
You're the best. Oh, yeah.
I love you guys.
All right. Okay, Chuck, so Cabovers, you and I are Cabover lovers.
Yes.
Tell us about this, what is it? This isn't a B model.
No, this is
the
F-Model.
F-Model.
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
1972 F700 Mack.
Wow.
Now it does have a Cummins engine, which I don't believe it had originally.
Right.
It's got a 350 Cummins.
Yeah.
It's got a 9-speed. Originally it had a, I believe, a 5-speed Maxidine transmission by the little sticker inside the cab. I bought this. This was the first old truck that I bought when I retired.
Right.
Actually, I hadn't retired yet when I bought this.
I remember you talking about you're buying a Cabover. I remember that discussion.
And I was looking. I wanted this to be the first one because this is what I started with.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to settle for anything else but this.
Right.
And finally, there was one for sale at an auction, which was near, I think it was near Rockford, Illinois.
Yeah. Okay.
And I went online and I was bidding on it, and there was another fellow that was bidding against me, and I found out later on, years later, it was a friend of mine that was bidding against me. And my wife, God bless her, had come by when I was bidding, and she got into it. Don't let him have it. She didn't know it was terrible. And we ended up getting it. And I went down a week later. I was going to a truck show in Springfield, Illinois. And it was my first, this was my first truck show for the ATHS in Springfield 3 years ago. So we stopped off to see the truck. The owner was supposed to meet me there at his farm. He didn't. He just told me where it was, and I went to this big, beautiful barn he had, and the truck was there. He had some other really nice trucks as well, and he was supposed to be there to show me how to lift the cabs, because some of them were a little different. And he wasn't there. Started it up and fired right up. It was perfect. So a week later, I sent a truck to pick it up. One of the things I won't do is I don't drive any trucks home because I don't know them. So I always float them home. So I had a friend of mine pick it up on one of his floats. And I said, make sure that the owner, who agreed to show him how to lift the cab. Well, he didn't. Got it up here, and a mechanic friend of mine knew how to lift the cab on this one, because mine was way different than this. And the cab was seized. So we had a lot of lubrication and a lot of prying, and we got it freed and got the cab right up. And it's a good truck.
A lot of people haven't seen Cabover, so this one, is this where you're checking the oil? Is it your oil from the back or the front? Or this is a radiator, right? I guess. What do you check?
I believe that one is, hang on, I think that, hang on, I can't even remember.
Is it push up or push down? Two guys can't, I'm not sure, I don't want to ruin.
No, either
or is there a latch? Is there a latch inside?
Maybe a latch inside.
Okay.
Anyways, the side compartments is there. Now, these are, it's an art form to get into one of these.
I know. You got to start off with the right leg.
You always have to remember that getting in or out of any truck, 3 points of contact. Now, one of the many reasons they got rid of cabovers, other than guys didn't really like them, they were very hot in the summer, freezing cold in the winter.
They were terrible if you broke down the side of the road, because your stuff rolled all to the front window, and aerodynamics did not come into.
No, they didn't have aerodynamics, although they used, that's all they use in Europe. Small roads. But getting into a cabover is not for the faint of heart. And the way truck drivers in the States especially have gotten so large, I don't think a lot of those big boys and girls can get into one of these, but if you want to just follow me.
Okay. Pop it off for a minute. He's going to just show you how to get in.
Get into a cabover. So
if you're really good, you go 1, 2, 3, and you're in, right?
Going in and out all day, but that's when
you see him?
Is when you go 1, 2, 3 and you're in. So you have to really be careful, and you have to be careful getting out. A lot of the old-time drivers got injured falling out of cabovers. Because their foot would slip. You get something icy there. You're not paying attention. You're tired. It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
So that was another reason. Now all of a sudden, the young guys that have never driven one, they all want to drive one because they've never been in it.
But you're so much higher, like you can really see everything out of these things.
Your vision is good. They're also incredible for getting around tight spaces in cities. Now this one defeats the purpose.
Because it's stretched.
It's so long. But I believe it was built that way for.
But they used to use a lot of these cabovers for straight trucks because you had the sleeper built in. So for the guys who were doing, I know a lot of guys, especially in the moving industry, a straight truck box was the perfect amount for one house. And the guy would just load, he would go to Newfoundland, unload, that's all he did, and he did it with a straight truck. All right, that was a great interview with Chuck. What a cool ride. Make sure you go check it out on our YouTube channel for that one for sure. Hey, let me, before we get into the events, let me tell you a little bit about RS2000 Tax Services. They are a great company as far as if you need tax help and you're in the Ontario area, then you want to check out rs2000tax.com. We use them ourselves, and I got to tell you, you need the right advice when you're dealing with the tax department for sure. So check them out at rs2000tax.com. Tell them we sent you. All right, let's get into some of the events we got coming up for October 2025. Now, if you're listening to this the day of, you've got the 10-4 DC truck display, which started on October 1st, but it goes until the 5th, so you might be able to catch a couple days of it. That's at the National Monument in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Go to 10-4dc.org. Also, PTAC's having their conference in Calgary, Alberta, October 6th and 7th. You can go to ptac.ca, pttac.ca for that. The Fleet Safety Council is having their annual conference October 23rd, 24th, 2025 in Brampton, Ontario. Go to fleetsafetycouncil.com. And then Driver Check is having their Fitness for Duty Summit October 29th, 2025. It's a virtual event. Go to drivercheck.ca. Then you've got the Trucking Network Job Fair, which is now at a new date, and that's November 1st. So check that out at the Pearson Convention Center. So that's what we've got coming up for the month of October as far as events. Hope to see you at some of those for sure. And you know what? Make sure you check out this cool Mack we got, and watch for more from Chuck, because we've been featuring a lot of his trucks lately. We got some real cool ones coming up for you. All right, we'll talk to you later, my friends. Subscribe on whatever channel you're on, and we will talk to you next time.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit theleadpedalpodcast.com and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.